So imagine you're a mod in a stream and you notice somebody's doing something diabolical in the chat and you do your mod duties and get them up out of there. But somehow, some way, the fangs of no remorse, no sympathy, no empathy get turned on you as a mod by the host. And you are bitten by the hand that once fed you. And you have to reconcile with something. You have to come to terms with something. As a person named Hero, you should know better than anyone. It's important sometimes not to meet your heroes because they will let you down. But the thing that's more disappointing than being let down by a hero is being let down by somebody that you looked up to after countless people told you not to. Because not only do you have to deal with the sacrifices that have been made and the backing of supporting that person and defending them when nobody else would, it's then slowly but surely putting the pieces together to realize that this person probably knew these things about them. And instead of warning you or probably filling you in, or maybe even doing something that would be collectively better for everybody, changing their ways, they decide to stay in them and perpetuate them. But that can't happen anymore because now I'm in a position where I'm not the grasshopper following the master. I have an audience, I have an authority, I have an ability, and more importantly, I have a social media account that gives me the ability to put a mirror back up against you so that you can look and reflect on this. And while my intentions here aren't to roast you into oblivion, which would be the easier route to take, my goal is more importantly to extend an olive branch to you because you clearly know you messed up and it's probably eating at you. But I think this has to happen because it's important for people not to just be able to be remorseful or sorry in their own quiet space. Is to be able to publicly speak up about it, being publicly wrong and understanding what that means. But with all that being said, I got banned from Chris Griffin's chat for basically making a sex joke. Maybe worth it. But ultimately, the way that this went down, I think it deserves a second look. So let's look at the video. Hey y'all, how you doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. You know, I'm very much used to covering drama on this channel sometimes, but very rarely does it involve me. So when I do have a little bit of drama, I like to bring it up. I like to be the person to bring it to you. And I'll start off by saying at the beginning of this, if you are someone that likes me and don't like Chris, or if you're someone who likes me and feel Chris did me wrong in the video, or even vice versa, I'm not asking you, stranger, to go out there and defend me. I am 6'5", 300 pounds of pure brolic, intelligent muscle. I can handle myself. More importantly, this doesn't really bother me. It is just an opportunity to create content, but also show progressive growth. I think that is the most important thing here. We want someone to grow, and I don't think anyone has ever done this. And by this, I mean approach the scenario where I'm going to show video and evidence of what's going on and how it went down so that they can reflect on their actions, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you can treat me however you want. I know who I am. I know what I stand for. But if I didn't leave you better, then I didn't do you a service. And my name's Hero, so I'm here to help. I do want to show that I have been banned from the channel, but also show that the YouTube video for this has also been taken down, right? So I'm not saying that this means I was right or that Chris is probably feeling a little salty about the situation, but it is kind of telling when you've taken down the videos, you've removed all of the evidence, almost to kind of say you had like a rough night, and it's sort of like post-nut clarity. You're thinking clearly now, and instead of you probably trying to mend bridges, you decided to destroy evidence. I would be inclined to say that this is something he always does, but he has multiple videos up from his live streams. This one in particular, he did take down. Not saying that that's not something he normally does after banning people or having a, I wouldn't say a meltdown, but definitely a breakdown on his stream. I am saying though, it is kind of sus from the perspective of why'd you take down all this stuff? Was your intention to like not address it, or you didn't want it to? You just wanted to forget about it. I'm not in his. I am not in his head, so I can't make that assumption. But this is more of like this is more of a you tell. I'm gonna show you something, and then I want you to tell me what you think. Right? I'm looking for your opinion. So now that all of the caveats are out of the way, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's set the scene real quick. So earlier in the day, I rated Chris after I finished my Pomo stream, and I left my audience with Chris. I returned back after going to the gym, running some errands, and I saw that Chris was still on. I joined the stream while he's still on, and I started the recording 10 minutes before I joined, because prior to me joining, I actually noticed there's someone trolling in the chat and banned them as a mod. I want to show that, one, I am a mod, and two, I was actively, before he even noticed I was in the room, removing comments or people perceived to just be causing trouble, right? So I'll point that out, but there's two things that are important for you to know about Chris's stream. You'll see his chat pop up, and in his chats there are certain emojis or pictures in places of words, and in those situations I'm going to at least point out situations where I am actively using LOL. So whenever I put LOL into a statement, it shows up as an image, and I'll call those out occasionally, but throughout the chat you'll see these images pop up, and that's something unique to his chat. He does that with his chat and everything, so it has context and it has a reason it comes up in a little bit. But let's just pick up in the part where he's talking to somebody, and I just want your opinion, right? We're just going to watch this. I just want your opinion of what you perceive is going on.
We just banned someone for shitty fucking politics, and within a minute, that's what you send? Come on, dude. I'm giving you more benefit of the doubt than you deserve. I literally just said that. You just arrived. I acknowledge that. But it is suspect. Dude, I'm so fucking tired of the trolls. What stream are you, like, spamming emotes for? Like, I don't know, man.
So, just to be clear, he is mad that this person came in and said something political. Now, once again, everyone's entitled to make rules of their streams and what they want to do. And this person acknowledges, hey, I just arrived, didn't know. They're trying to ingratiate themselves, and you're still allowed as a streamer, as a person, to still be skeptical of it. I am calling attention to the emotes. Someone who's using emotes and the emojis, he's like, this person proceeds to say, "Oh, I'm taking notes," and this irritates him a little bit. This is important for a diabolical statement he's gonna make later, and I'm gonna make reference to this then.
Within a minute of banning some other troll. I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
So you banned someone a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark you as suspect until you're proven otherwise. That way other people don't have to see your bullshit.
And this person says they just like expressing 3 emotes.
If you want to be
that's
a
what Twitch is
legitimate
for.
Viewer, that's up to you, but other people don't need to see your shit until you're proven an actual human being. Seems to me like you're just a troll's other account.
He's allowed to be skeptical. He's allowed to be. This is. I want to 100% enforce this. I don't want this to be perceived as bad. He's allowed to do that.
In general, when you hop into a stream, read the fucking room.
That's a little aggressive.
Don't blame the other people for your lack of doing so.
But I'm still over. Like, I would defend this. This is something I would do in my stream.
Make an app to vote ban a user? Ooh, that's not bad, but it strikes me as like letting the fucking convicts rule the roost.
Pick up on this statement right here. This is, I'm going to make reference to this also as well. But he just referred to his group as a group of convicts. Now, I refer to my group as a group of strangers, but my name is Coding with Strangers. So it's kind of a term of endearment. But this person, full stacking, just suggested, hey, maybe we should make an app, because this is a coding stream, about like, oh, letting us vote that. And he's basically like saying like, why would I let the convicts? That connotation, and mind you, I'm already in the chat, so I'm listening and hearing and seeing all these things, and I haven't said anything. You'll know when I pop up on the screen here. But even with this is a little bit, I would call this more of a cultural thing. This is the culture that of his stream, of his nature. Like, he invokes this culture where he's sort of like aggressive towards his chat, and I mean, that's what you put in is what you get out. You're not going to be able to train for a triathlon eating McDonald's unless your name's like Usain Bolt or something.
Nah, man, you get enough trolls and they could ban anyone.
See, this is why I'm okay with this statement. It's the same problem
that could happen to like most blockchains in general. They could just poison the blockchain with enough like voters, right? So yeah, no, I'm good. I'm okay with just simply being the god character of my own chat.
Which he's allowed to do. Which is, you own your shit.
I don't want any other situation where someone else rules the roost of my own chat. That sounds fucking miserable.
Fair point.
Sorry, chat. Like, no, I don't trust y'all.
This right here.
I don't trust the fact that someone isn't gonna brigade this shit.
I think that's the part where I find this kind of strange, because I don't and maybe once again I don't have like my stream when I was streaming like tough, my stream did pretty well. I would get up to 40, like I would crack 50, get rated, hold 100 people, great. But I never, like, it was never an antagonistic vibe. I never saw my chat as but in large part, my chat understood that I was the student. So I was always open and ingratiated people to teaching me. That is not the case here. So I could see how my perspective is completely flipped here. There's nothing he has done or said that would make me flip or say, that's not a good look. Questionable. Would I do it? No. But like, is everything said above bar? It's holding standard. Everything he is doing is to par, to standard. It's okay, but you start to see the cracks, and maybe this is where my biases allowed me to be blinded to behaviors and comments like this, as I didn't take them as broad sweeping strokes of his natural characteristics and behavior.
Nah, man. No, I don't trust you. No, thank you. I'm a dictator in my own chat. I'm also kind of a dick. You know what? It's my own chat. This is not a government with which we need to like rule what other fucking people.
I've now entered the chat, and just to be clear, he is bringing up politics again, right? He is talking, but I get the context of it. But you'll start, just to give a heads up, I won't do this every time. You'll see that every time I am in the chat, it shows up, my name is Coding with Strangers, but it shows up green as a mod. And you'll notice, no need to announce you're leaving, just kick it. There was someone who was brigading him in the chat, and I just banned them, and that was my basic message to the person before I banned them. So I came in like already like he's trying. I can see that he's like Chris is getting wound up, and I'm like, let me make things a little bit better. Let me remove some of the toxic comments out of the chat. Let's get him on a new topic. This is what I think that's what a mod is supposed to do. Help keep the flow of the conversation moving in a positive direction. So you remove people who don't necessarily belong there. And I understand from my time as being a mod in his stream what comments are warranted for people to get booted versus which are ones that were for people to get timed out. People like trying to like bait him into yelling more. I just get them out of there. So I've already kicked someone out of the chat. I'm actually being a mod. I don't even think he notices I'm in chat yet. Now, pay attention to this comment. Hegpets mentions this is a cool song. You can't hear the song because he has the audio cut off from YouTube so that he doesn't get copyright strikes from playing music. Twitch is a lot more lenient towards letting pay. But the song that's playing is a song by Cake called Going the Distance. It's a great song. It's a legendary song. Go listen to it. It's amazing. But it is probably it is literally the song. I'm blaming Cake. Cake, you owe me a goddamn apology because you're the reason why I got banned from this chat.
This song's amazing. Thank you there, Hegpets. That is the best comment we've had in the past like hour. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, Cake is so good. I fucking love this band.
Now this is a point of reference. Keep in mind, I've already commented in chat once removing somebody, but this is the first chapter, and I make my comment directly to Hegpets. This song is about jerking it. Now, is this true? The band hasn't come out and announced it, but when I was learning how to play this song on guitar, I came across articles like this and all of these things, and it talks about the meanings of these songs. And one of the people were able to articulate or extrapolate from it that if you can hear the lyrics, some of them sound like he's actually talking about masturbating. Is that true? No. Do I like to throw it out there as a funny fact whenever the song comes up? Absolutely. It's kind of great, and I throw it out there. Keep in mind, I'm a mod. I'm literally just going with the flow, right? But I will acknowledge, for some people, this might be too much. This might be too much. And if that's too much for you, you're allowed to remove that person from the comment section. You're allowed to remove that person. You're allowed to tell that mod, hey, we're not looking for that type of energy. But you're allowed to do that. But let's see how he chooses to do that.
This song's about jerking it? Well,
he agrees too. This is the crazy part. He agrees.
You might not be wrong, but it's how you interpret it.
Exactly.
I mean, coding with strangers, how often are you like pacing it when you're jerking it? Honestly, I just want to move on and do the other thing, like go to sleep or...
Now, I think this is a fascinating concept because I'm about to explain something to you that didn't occur to me until someone else saw this video and then told me what is happening here. In this moment, I believe I have now changed the subject. I'm like, great. We're not talking about politics anymore. We're not mad about trolls anymore. I have changed the top. I feel like, I've done a great job as a mod. We've got a new topic going on. And I make a reference to one of the lyrics about pacing it, and he goes on a tangent on it. In my mind's eye, I thought I had done great. Keep in mind also, the person that I made that comment to, they get the laugh out of it. It's the emotes kind of imply the person is like LOLing or like falling over, rolling over and laughing. I didn't know that. It's just a quick joke to get over it. Cake does great covers. I'll survive. Like I'm thinking I'm cool. But in this moment, he actually thinks I'm challenging him. In reality, I'm just responding to every assertion he makes. And in my mind, I thought I was just responding to his assertions, but in his mind, in his perception, he believes I am challenging each one of his percent. And this was fascinating to me to see, because I feel like if certain things weren't happening at the moment, it would be very clear that I'm just clearly answering the questions you're asking, and it's not my intention to take over or challenge you on your stream. My goal was just to change the topic, which I had successfully done.
Move on with my life. Like, why am I pacing this? What's the point of the pacing?
So I put a
like,
LOL.
I disagree with the statement. Like, who the fuck is pacing their masturbation time?
Now, shout out to the Quality Pumps merchandise. Go get your merch. It's in the merch store. But literally, I make the tagline, these quality pumps require time. I'm literally joking and saying like, some people, I'm not shaming them. Like, quality pumps take time. Like, I'm not out here trying to like start it. I'm just responding to it. Like, who's pacing it? Quality. I'm just responding to it. But in his mind, I'm challenging him.
That just doesn't sound right to me. That doesn't actually sound realistic. If I'm going to sleep, I just want to rub one out. And I actually just want to go to sleep.
That's cool. That's great. But he thinks it's a challenge.
What fucking degenerate is making their masturbation time go as long as possible? That sounds fucking weird.
Okay, he poses a question. Who's making it longer? My response. Someone else responds first.
Really fucking weird. Like, who the fuck has the time for that?
Why is he so turned up?
Some fucking degenerate, dude. Who has time?
Someone edging.
No, and I get it. I understand 8, but like anyone who does edging.
Okay.
Nah, man. No. They're a fucking degenerate.
Okay, so now
they can do whatever they want, and they can do whatever.
Boom, right above. I'm like, okay, it's a whole Pornhub category. Like so at this point, I'm still thinking like, okay, he's off on a tangent. Great. I'm just gonna throw some. Hey man, there's a whole porn category to it. I am still very much going to, and I believe this dude in front. You'll see this dude in front of or at the back of my comments a lot, because for me, when I am showing that I am having a laugh or this is a joke to me, I just put LOLs in them. I just do a LOL, like lols, it's a whole porn category. In my mind, I'm just answering the question, having a good time. And he seems to be getting into it, so I'm just feeding him the information he's asking. Keep in mind, every one of my responses are literally just a response to a question he poses or something else. But in his mind, he's taking that as a challenge. Someone pointed this out to me, and it blew my mind away, because I couldn't understand what he was getting mad about until someone pointed that out.
They want, but they don't make up the majority of society.
No one said anything about them making up society. I
understand coding with strangers. That's a whole category on Pornhub, but there are categories on Pornhub that get way more views from people that just want to solve a quick problem.
No one's ever making that argument.
And Moondog, am I that toasted? I don't think so.
He is. He is. He is. I'm not saying he's drunk, but he is inebriated enough that he is not in full control. And maybe that's a okay level for him, but we're going to see why it's probably not, right? So keep in mind, no one's asserting that there's a better way to masturbate. He's the one that's made these assertions. Everyone's just pretty much going with the flow with, there's a category. I was the one that presented, someone presented edging. I presented that's a whole category for it. And I presented that, now he's presenting, this is not the optimal way. But none of these assertions were made. Nobody's saying that this is it. He's making these definitive statements because in his mind, once again, he thinks he is being challenged. He doesn't see this as a conversation of us just shooting the shit. In his mind, this is becoming antagonistic, right?
I've been shit-faced on stream, and I don't think I am right now, actually.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I think I'm as lucid as I've ever been.
325 pages deep, disagree. So I went on Pornhub and looked at, I'm like, oh, let me see how many pages of edging there is. And I'm in a blue state. So there's, it was like 325 pages worth of it. Once again, nothing definitive. The LOLs on both sides of this, like everyone's laughing. Like we're all having a good time. He is not.
No, Coding with Strangers, I understand that. I push back. Those 325 pages are made up by like 1% of society. 1% of even the people that watch.
People are noticing how many drinks to get pirate software type confidence. Like, people are noticing what he's drinking, and you'll make reference to it. And if everyone's keeping count, that's the second drink he's poured in 8 minutes. Well, he added water to this one, but so not 3, but second.
How many drinks to get to pirate software levels of confidence? I mean, I'm always self-doubting. Because I know I'm only human, but there are certain things while I will be absolutely confident about. And this is one of them, man. Dude, like, seriously. Coding with Strangers and anyone else pushing back, like, I don't care how big the categories are. The only person that could prove this wrong are the people at Pornhub.
And he doesn't believe that.
Right? Like, how many actual unique individuals are pursuing this weird fucking, like, 10-hour yank fest?
He doesn't believe
They don't
it.
exist, man.
He doesn't believe
They
that.
just don't. Right? Statistically. They're not any human being you've ever interacted with.
That's such a
fucking neckbeards.
That's just a very weird statement to make. Like, this is probably in my mind when I started to realize, like, what is he at? Like, what is he trying to assert? Is he saying, okay, at first it was like edging isn't a thing. We proved that edging is a thing. Edging's not that popular. It's about 300 to 400 pages deep into Pornhub. People disagree. Now it's, okay, these aren't real people. Those categories aren't watching themselves. Those categories aren't watching themselves. What are we going? So, like, at this point, it should have clicked for me that maybe this is becoming antagonistic. But once again, the LOLs are still coming out. Everyone's having a good time still. You know, they drop their stats every year. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, you know, we could figure this out. Like, I'm at this point, I'm trying to take the angle of, we could make this into a little project, like figure out which categories are the fun. Like, I'm just throwing out shit at this point. Very much so, still going with the flow.
That probably like watch and follow Asmongold.
This is when I knew something was up.
And that's fine, Coding with Strangers, but they make up so much less of the, like, category. Like, dude, show me the stat. Like, show it to me. Like, literally, Coding with Strangers. Find me the unique viewer that watches X amount more than any other human being, and tell me that's not a 0.1% problem.
Okay, so, once again, you got to think about the way I'm hearing this. I'm hearing this as, okay, find me the differential of people who watch this porn versus watching this porn. Mad weird request. But at this point, he's called me out and asked me to do it. So I'm thinking he's in on it. But once again, the request covered up the sign that I should have noticed, which is he used Asmongold as a reference to describe a group of people who just want to enjoy porn just like the rest of us. Like, this group of porn enjoys edging, this group enjoys missionary. They're two groups. You could say they're two groups of degenerates, but they're just two groups who enjoy what they enjoy. And we shouldn't be making fun of them or counting them as less because of what they enjoy. Unless it's some weird shit that hurts other people or it's just some weird shit, right? So, like, it's escalating. But in my mind, I'm still just having fun with the conversation. So when he asked me to find it, no point did he describe what he wanted it to be compared to. He hasn't made a comparison. So what do? I make up my own comparison. Let's see.
I'm really curious about that. Like, Coding with Strangers. Have
Cool.
you actually looked? You're citing it, but have you actually, like, measured that shit?
Yep.
How many people actually is that?
I'm looking it up now. Look, I'm literally in Google Trends right now.
I simply push back, dude. I don't think the numbers you're citing are actually real. Show me the list. Show me their stats. And I would just point out, like, I don't think they're measuring the right thing to actually identify.
So he doesn't agree. So let's make the assertion here, or the assumption that I did go to Pornhub and get all this information, and I did bring it to him, and there was some semblance of it that was true. He's literally saying, even if whatever, so he's already made up in his mind he doesn't want to believe anything that I bring to him. He is made up in his mind that the stats that I'm going to bring him don't make any sense. They won't mean anything. Don't believe me? He'll say it here.
Those fucking individuals, because to call them out would actually to fuck their entire fucking customer base.
Now he's an expert on Pornhub's customer base.
I don't think they actually want to publish the numbers that call those fucking people out.
But they do.
Because it would discourage them from doing so, and that's where their money comes from.
Nah, he doesn't understand Pornhub's business model. I can say that confidently. Like, he's speaking as an expert. But he doesn't understand the business model of Pornhub. And that's a mad assertion to say you do. He's literally waiting for the stats at this point. So basically what I went and found out was and this was rough napkin math just based on what I could see. Basically, per day submission of one. So what I'm asserting is for in 1 day's submission, we get every category that is submitted every day. And based on the word that I looked up, which was missionary versus edging, it's about 401. So for every 400 uploads of missionary, where the tagline is missionary, there's a tagline of edging, right? So that's the rough, because it's 30 seconds in, like, since he's asked, or probably a minute. So that's as good as it's gonna get, because I don't really care about this. I'm just giving him something. He asked for it. I'm just trying to give him something so he can keep on talking about it. Notice the LOL in front. Rough napkin math is basically set in it. I don't know how this could be perceived as serious. I'm literally saying I'm nowhere near being accurate or finalized. Listen to how he escalates this. This is truly a fascinating thing. Like, I've watched this video before, but the more I watch it and deep dive into it, it just becomes more fascinating to see how quickly things just fall off the rail due to simple miscommunications and misconceptions.
Who the fuck Googles the term missionary?
He didn't give me a term to look up.
Like, coding with strangers. What the fuck? What kind of degenerate Googles the actual term missionary? I can't imagine a human being that's...
So we've established two things. One, he doesn't like people who edge, and he doesn't like people who do missionary. So a missionary is a very passionate position. It's a quality position. There's a reason. That's how a lot of you mother lovers were born. Okay, we're not downplaying missionary, but why turn up like that? It's getting, at this point, I think I'm starting to realize, like, okay, what do you want from me, bro?
That's their actual search. Like, dude, coding with strangers. Like, come on, man. You're already perpetuating the wrong fucking metric, because who the fuck Googles that? Who the fuck would Google that exact?
Even the chat is realizing, like, this is a Google search. Like, that's just a Google search. Yeah, it's just an average. It's not much we can extrapolate from that. Once again, there was nothing you were supposed to extrapolate from it. It's rough napkin math. It's based on a daily page submission, nearly 400 to 1 terms used, missionary versus edging. In the course of 30 seconds, I came up with this much information. What more could you expect?
That term. There are way other terms you could Google to actually find a
like what, Chris?
Metric, right?
Like what, Chris?
Like, come on, coding with strangers. Do you really think that's the most commonly searched term for regular old porn, like vanilla porn? Come on.
It is.
Dude.
It is the second
right?
most searched term.
At least check POV or some shit. At least check, like,
I think that was
teen or
14th.
some bullshit.
Teen was like 18th.
Whatever like Pornhub uses as their most common metric. Google the most common or the second or third most common.
I don't know what the most common term is.
This weird niche of edging.
In 30 seconds.
Come on, dude. Like, you're not even Googling the right fucking terms. Like, you are cherry picking your data in such a crazy fucking way, dude.
I said that.
You're not even representing the data right. Like,
what?
Come on, man.
I said what?
Most common has to be hentai. Like, yeah, you're not wrong there, Power of the Sun. Sure, right?
That
like,
is not the
Google
most
that
common.
one.
That is not the most common. Hentai was like, I think hentai was like 15th. No, I think it was like 8th.
So yeah, like, dude, like, coding with strangers, like, come on, man. You are taking the fucking troll bait at this point. Now I'm taking the troll bait by acknowledging you because I like you. But, dude, it's fucking bullshit. Like, come on, man. What are you listening to? What, like, numbers are you reading? Like, where are you getting this data?
I literally said where I got the data from.
You're better than this. You're way better than this.
I am. I know.
You got some fucking gooner chat. Come on, man.
I'm not sure
what he's... Are you one of the edgers? Is this how you're backing it up?
See, now, keep in mind. In my mind, I'm thinking like, after my friend told me this, he is now fully enraged that I keep catching him in these weird poses. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. But he actually thinks I'm challenging him. He thinks every response I'm making is me challenging him. When in reality, I'm just answering the question that was posed, right? So in my mind, I'm so confused. Like, what is he, like, bait, gooner? Like, what is he talking? So now he throws a dig at me. He's like, oh, are you one of these edgers? At this point, to let you know I'm still playing, I even continue to joke. I take the joke. I'm like, I don't know, that's a weird thing to say, but someone's got to stand up for them. Like, okay, if I'm one of them, I guess I'll stand up for them.
All right, my bad. Not trying to kick shame, but...
It's too late. You already did. Dude? You already did.
There's no way that's accurate towards, like, a commonly searched term. Missionary? Who the fuck search...
It's the second most looked up sex term.
Nobody searches missionary.
It's literally the second most searched term behind woof woof. So he does, like, he didn't look this up himself. But he's making definitive statements that no one does that. It's so weird that I didn't pick up on this.
You took the gooner bait. Coding with strangers.
Well, you took the gooner bait. I just answered the question.
Sure, full stacking. Like, I get it, everyone. I totally get it. And I'm not trying to look at any of this shit.
Sure you're not.
I just...
He realizes he looks like an idiot now.
I do not believe at all that missionary is one of the top searched terms. Mormons look up missionary.
Google Trends disagrees.
Yeah, within a certain state, maybe. But, dude, they don't make up the majority of, like, porn searches in general anyway, so who gives a shit?
He's so...
They don't count. Who the fuck is looking at their numbers and thinking, yeah, that's right?
Mormons?
Come on, man. Like, dude, all y'all guys, like,
so
we've
now,
been so fucking misled by some gooner or some other propaganda that it's insane. Like,
he actually thinks that I believe that this is like edging. Edging is more popular than missionary. Remember, my assertion in that message was admitting that it's not the most popular. It's just a category. So there are people that do it. And then secondly, on a daily submission, 400 to 1 missionary tags are posted more than edging. I've given him the most data that he could possibly ask for. He's at this point that he's tilted. And I'm upset with myself for not realizing this, because in this moment I could have easily just been like, "Yo, bro, we're just are we being serious here?" But like I continue to egg on with the next comment I make unknowingly.
Oh, man.
He's actually getting
upset.
Maybe
you're into some kink and you're trying to make yourself feel more normal.
He's shaming me again. Yeah. He said he didn't kink shame.
Your kink, but don't think it's regular.
Why not?
That's just fucking weird.
Wait,
Enjoy your
what?
kink. I don't give a shit.
How many
But
people
don't
have
try
to
and
be into
present
my
it as
kink?
regular.
How many people have to be into my kink in order for it to be regular? Maybe 425 pages worth of it on Pornhub?
And you guys can do all of that research you want. I refuse to believe it until
Someone
shown
else
some
agrees
fucking graph.
with the thing that I'm
And you can
doing.
modify the graph as you want. And
You see,
all
he's
right,
saying you're
cool.
modifying the
So I
graph.
can
He doesn't
verify
trust
if
it.
I care. But
Which
dude, no
he
one's
does
presented
care.
me anything real. It's just gooners. It's just a bunch of fucking gooners in chat trying to defend their kink.
I'm not trying to say what's popular. I am just saying it's got a following. But missionary is the second most looked up sex position on Google behind doggy. Like, I'm literally giving him the stats. So, and I put double LOL. And I'm inferring. So at this point, I think I'm on to the fact that he probably doesn't know that this is a joke. Because I'm putting the double LOL. But I feel like maybe this is where I probably should have disengaged. But at this point, I'm like, I'm confused. I was honestly confused during it. It's fascinating to rewatch this in real time.
But again, coding with strangers. The second most looked up sex position is already such a fucking, like, filter that it's not representative of what porn is.
Once again, he doesn't understand what I did in order to get to this point.
Nobody is searching for porn via the term missionary, besides people living in fucking Utah.
Pornhub disagrees with you 140%.
And even then, it's still questioned. Because I've met enough Mormons, man.
Oh, so you know all the Mormons now.
What's allowed in the church.
He's so weird with these definitive, broad, sweeping statements.
Yeah, dude, like, coding with strangers, I still think you're trying to defend just a bad fucking metric. Like,
no, I'm
dude,
not.
Just understand it.
I literally said that. I'm not trying to say what's popular. I literally said that in the last message.
It's a bad fucking metric, man. Why are you defending it?
Why are you mad that I'm defending it?
Are you one of the 1,000?
That's the
one of
third.
the 1,000 every given sample set that's actually Googling for the term missionary?
That's the third time he's kink shamed me.
I can't think of a single human being
maybe
that
fourth.
I can think of that would Google the term missionary. Right?
Literally, the second most
like,
looked up term.
Who the fuck would do that?
Someone must stand for the people.
Coding with strangers. I'm sorry, man. Like, it seems a little trolly at this point. You don't seem genuine with your comments now. You seem disingenuous.
At this point, now hearing this, I'm like, you didn't know that this was a joke the whole time? But I feel like this was probably me, like brushing up against him. Keep in mind, I've been wholly respectful. I haven't, no caps, no targeting, no talking out, no direct messaging or direct target. He's called me four separate times from a perspective of keep saying, and I just want to show that he's the one that keeps escalating it. So finally, now, the crescendo, right? Let's get into it.
Like, you're just, like, making jokes for memes. Come on, man.
Why are you
Could
so
you at least
frustrated?
Throw a cap on that shit?
There it is. The kappa. Throw a cap on it. Throw a cap on it. Remember in the beginning of the video when the first person was putting all those emojis in there and saying all this? And his statement was, do you just come to everyone's chat and just blast emojis? And that person said, that's just the way I talk. That's the way I communicate. And he could continue to berate them for it. Now here he is, 19 minutes and 30 seconds into that same, it didn't even happen 20 minutes ago. He's now asking for a kappa to be the identifying marker of someone is joking. And once again, he makes a broad statement about everyone who's a streamer should know that a kappa is the way to correctly say you're trolling as a ha-ha he-he. Well, guess what? My name's not everybody. My name's fucking Hero. And when I'm joking, I put LOLs on shit.
You know this as a streamer.
I don't know
You're better than that.
I am better.
If you're joking, put a kappa on it.
Who made that rule?
If you're not joking, I got to take you seriously, and I
was
can't
serious.
Take you seriously at this
Why
point.
not? My facts were straight.
And I'm judging you for it.
You're not a good judge.
Right? Like, you're bullshitting us.
No, I'm not. I was being very
In a way
upfront.
that I don't like, man.
Why don't you like it?
You could be better about it. You could
How?
be actually, like, truthful.
I was. I didn't
Or
lie.
if you're joking, fucking put a cap on it. Like, you're a streamer. You
okay.
don't get a fucking pass
Pipe down, all right?
for joking when it's not obvious you're joking.
It's very obvious I'm joking. I put LOLs.
You don't get a pass. I'm sorry. Other people might get a pass.
Why wouldn't a mod
You
on your
do not
channel...
get a pass for not putting a fucking...
I admit, I am wholeheartedly joking. Because clearly he doesn't know I'm joking. So, I was wholeheartedly joking.
Coding with strangers, I expect better of my mods. I'm going to say that right now. I really do.
The confusion on my... Like, imagine how I was too stunned to speak.
I'm calling you out for trolling me. And you just admit to the troll.
Yeah. You said you felt slighted by me? I admit it.
Mods, man. If you don't want to be a mod, that's fine. Just say so.
You know,
But
funny you mentioned that. How did I become a mod on your channel? Because this wasn't something I ever asked for. I became a mod on this channel too early in my streaming career. This was like before I was even getting paid on stream. And I couldn't look it up because he blocked me, but I was able to surf back to some of the earlier stream notes that I took, because when I first wanted to learn how to stream, I actually was taking notes on this. And I remember Chris was one of the people I originally watched on how to control a room, how to handle things. There was a host of people I watched. And the notes I put here is he does run his chat like kind of like harsh, but it's important to create and set boundaries. And those are some things that I liked about it. But he, I believe, made me a mod back earlier when he was simply just trying to teach a course or talk through something, and someone kept interrupting him or making suggestions. I was like, yo, just chill. I'm like, people are trying to learn and you keep interrupting. And in that moment, it's like, boom, see this person, cool. So he made me a mod. And, you know, bravo to him, cool on him. But it wasn't like it was something where he sent me a message and asked me to be a mod. He just made me a mod. So it was early enough in his career, probably he didn't really monitor those things, but it was something he took away. I never asked for it. I never really like came here to monitor his stream in order to be. If I happened to be in his stream and I noticed some fuck shit was happening, I would step in. But it wasn't like he ever gave me instruction. I always ran his stream based on his vibe. And I understand if someone's getting him riled up, that it's just easier to remove him. Now, this is the question I want to pose to myself. Hero, if you were in the chat watching this and saw this, would you ban yourself wholeheartedly, not knowing that this is something you're capable of? And the thing about it is I probably wouldn't. And it wouldn't occur to me that this would be a bannable offense because of how the conversation was flowing, and it really didn't structure or come off that he was understanding what the chatter was saying. He was misunderstanding and misconstruing statements as challenges, but they were just statements. They weren't definitive, unlike his statements. So it's fascinating to see like all of this crescendo. Like, it's so cool, but also it's just very brutal to watch, because you're watching me in the chat simultaneously realize that this person is not in a proper headspace and is taking things too far. And I am I currently, because I am one of his mods, but I don't have a way to like take this offline and talk to him because of how quickly it escalated. Things just unravel for him. Let's see it.
I think you already did.
Did what?
Like, what the fuck? Coding with strangers. Why would I keep you as a mod?
I mean,
present your case.
I will. I immediately start typing, boy, I'm nobody gonna beg you for this shit. You could.
Why would I keep you as a mod? I'm arguing with all these other fucking assholes, and you're just adding fuel to the fire.
You don't find it strange that these assholes keep finding you? You don't think it's a little strange that there's an audience of people watching you just waiting for you to flip out? You don't think it's a little strange 7 hours into your stream You become so stressed and wound up, you have to take a drink to take the edge off, and you stream like 5 times a week. You don't find this strange that maybe your dependencies are causing you to stress, and instead of you having a healthy relationship with streaming and just being like, hey, look, I've reached my peak, I'm going to cut off for the night, I'll see you guys later. And then you can indulge yourself. Because right now, you're not in a good headspace. Once again, I'm not purposely stopping it on these specific views of him, but could you imagine berating your mod like this? Like, let's call a spade a spade. I am one of your mods, but besides that, I actually consider you somebody within the community that I could go to, trust, and communicate with. And I found it to be fascinating when I asked you, hey, there's a new club being started up, and I think you would be a great person to be part of it, but I am also surprised that they didn't ask you to join outright, seeing how the following you have, and you played the dummy. You were like, I don't know why. And in my mind's eye, I was like, Twitch is a big platform. Maybe they're not looking for big creators like that. But in reality, it's because enough people have probably said you don't play well with others. Enough people have said probably you don't bring a certain level of a welcoming energy. You're aggressive towards your chat. And we heard him say it earlier. He doesn't trust them. They're prisoners. He wouldn't trust them to do that. It might have been a offhand statement, but those things start to show when you start acting like this. I think it's crazy that in this moment, instead of you to be like, Hero, let's talk afterwards, because I don't really appreciate how you treated me. You're now demanding someone beg on your stream. Me. I'm a king. And you want me to beg? That's crazy. But bro, hear me out when I say this to you. This isn't a good representation of you. I see why you took this video down. Because if I had to wake up in the morning sober and look at this, I'd be like, I look like a dick. But you already know that. The fact that he bans so many people is probably a reflection of the type of culture he's breeding within his community. People use this as a shining eye. Like, there are discords dedicated to saying that I got banned from this channel, bet you guys can't get banned from this channel. And then they all go in there and try and figure out a way to trigger you so you can ban them. Don't feed the beast. Even if you felt I was trolling you, at any point that you felt I was trolling you, you could have just been like, well, okay, you guys have had your fun. Next topic. You are the host. You are in control. At any moment, you could have changed the subject or just let it go. There were multiple times I tried to give you an option to let it go, and you didn't take it. So now here you are in your feelings, begging me to beg for a reason to be a mod on your channel. Let's see if it happens.
I'm giving him at least a time to say sorry, but like, dude, the timer is ticking at this point. Like, I don't know, dude.
Let that shit tick faster.
And 8, like, this is not really a conversation we want to have.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's a conversation you want to have. You spent 20 minutes talking about it. You spent 20 minutes trying to prove something that no one ever challenged you on. But in your mind, think poor 4, you thought you were being challenged the whole time, which is diabolical. In the grand scope of things, it's crazy to think that this conversation was perceived as a challenge to him.
I'm yelling at a fucking mod about this shit is bumming me the fuck out, dude. And the fact that they're not doing anything to be better, to apologize, to right the wrong.
Man, fuck them rights and them wrongs. Why are you so pressed about this? This is fascinating for me to watch back. And this video is already super long, but I just couldn't, like,
we've given
wow. You don't know how much time you give me.
Strangers enough time. Like, they're at least not a mod anymore.
All right, cool.
I'm questioning whether I should ban them.
So he removes my mod, so I won't show up as green anymore. Oh no. What are you shaking your head for?
I'm massively questioning if I should just ban him. Because there's just something about being so fucking disingenuous. Like, they know the vibe in this channel. Use a fucking kappa, dude, if you're joking.
That is not even in his rules.
So many other ways, like
That's not his,
/s, like, dude,
or LOL.
The internet does not forgive a lack of an obvious way to show you're being sarcastic. Like,
the LOL is how I do it. That's how I've always done it.
I'm so fucking let down, dude.
You're not disappointed in me.
I'm so bummed on you.
You're bummed on yourself.
Like I'm fucking unfollowing, man. You've had so much time to be better.
It hasn't even been 2 minutes. It literally hasn't even been 2 minutes. The 2 minute mark is gonna happen.
You've had way too much time to be better.
2 minutes. That's how much time you guys get to be better.
I want nothing to do with that shit.
Excellent. You're stating these things out publicly to do what? You before I even had a chance to respond, you've already made your decision. Like, this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. It doesn't matter the whole time. It doesn't matter what I've been saying, because the perceived issue is someone in his chat is being perceived as being more. People are ingratiating more to me in his chat than they were to him. It's being perceived that I am threatening him by just simply engaging with the chat. This is a form of envy. This is a form of jealousy. Remember, he's the host. He's the owner of the show. And I know that this is sometimes an issue. I very much seldomly hate when I go to someone's channel and they're up and coming, they're new, and I come to channel and people are talking to me more in the chat than they're supposed to be talking and engaging with the person on stream. And sometimes I have to remove myself from that. But I never thought that was something I had to do here. I know as a streamer, engagement is king. So like, however you get to do it, however you choose to do it, makes it work for you. But as long as you're not trying to undercut or overtake the host, it's all fair game. It's all about the engagement. That's really what you want as a streamer. So for me to be just feeding him and thinking like, oh man, Chris is gonna be eating great. He's got all this thing. But to see that he took that as a jab at his title, like me trying to take over his stream, is truly unfounded. And it speaks to like sort of this insecurity. There's a little bit of insecurity there that like, I don't know, he can't contemplate with, but he has already banned and unfollowed me, or unmodded me and unfollowed me before I've even responded. So he had no interest in hearing what I had to say because his mind was already made up. That's what I'm trying to, if you take anything from this, his mind was always made up with definitive broad strokes. And that's no way to be a good example on your own stream.
And any further bullshit? Yeah, it's just a ban, dude. I'm so let down, man.
Why?
Like, you're better than that, Gunning with Strangers.
Way better.
You're so much fucking better than that.
No, we know. This is awkward. Now what do? You're waiting on my response.
I might drink too much whiskey.
Oh, you
acknowledge. Would I do that shit in someone else's stream? He should know
do's and don'ts. I don't know if Barcode Taurus is a streamer or not, but this is what we call an echo chamber. This is literally a reverberation of echo chambering, because he's implying I should know better when the person who's making the assertion doesn't know what they're asserting. Chris doesn't know why he's mad. The reason they think Chris is given the reason why he's mad is that I was making comments in a joking matter without putting a kappa on there. There's no rule book that says that anywhere. So this is just the blind leading the blind at this point. But this is dangerous, because this eggs you on to believing that you're right. This feeds his ego. This is what he wants.
Would I?
Chris has gone to other people's stream and said some off the wall shit.
Man. Like, even with the whiskey,
Nah, the whiskey. We're gonna get to the whiskey, but it is the whiskey. I think I deleted what I wanted to write because I was gonna be like, man, go fuck yourself. I deleted that, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna write like a boom. Okay. Once again, this is an LOL. This all started with me saying this cake song is about jerking it and how pacing it. I am not sure how else it could not be taken as a joke. But I have no desire to beg for a position like mod. If you don't see my value, take it away. But if I don't know what this shit is, if this is how you show, if okay, so if the kappa, if kappa is how you show you are joking, that is news to me. But I am not into drama here. You can reach out to me one-on-one and chat, but I don't think you are in a good headspace to chat now. I was prepared to say go fuck yourself. Keep that same energy if we meet up and if we ever cross paths. I was like, for what? For what? I was like, Hero, you're from Chicago, but you don't have to be from Chicago on the internet. You feel me? So this is my measured response. This is a measured response for me. If you think this is bad, once again, you can. It's his channel. He can ban me for whatever he wants. He could ban me for being too good. But check out the response. He thought I was gonna beg him. That's crazy. What? You gave it to me for free. The fuck?
You're a streamer and you're not aware about how to show you're joking about a thing?
Yeah.
And you waited all of this time to say something about it? You don't think I'm in a good headspace?
No. The question is, do you think you're in a good headspace?
You're a Twitch streamer and you don't realize Kappa is the way to show that you're kidding, right?
Where's
you
that
don't
say?
do any other form to show you're kidding.
I put a bunch of LOLs in there.
I don't know, man. Like,
I do know.
nah, man. No, thank you. I'm good. Like, no, I'm good. I'm in a fine headspace.
We'll see about that.
I'm not a fan of the way you've treated my stream.
He's not a fan of the way that I treated his stream. So be it. Let bygones be bygones. He's banned me. So be it. From this point on, I am no longer affecting his stream. I've been banned. Let's see how he treats his own stream. From the 27-minute mark, I am no longer a part of his stream. Let's see how he treats his stream. Okay. So that was Chris going on a tangent beyond reproach. No, a train derailed, a ship without an anchor, a plane without landing gear. He can't seem to control himself. And I wanted to show that this wasn't about him controlling an unruly chat. This is about someone who doesn't see that their bad habits are affecting their social, and I don't know if his like working relationships. Because while it's not my goal to diagnose somebody, there's clear dependencies here that are making him not himself. Chris at the beginning of his streams when he is sober versus Chris at the end of his streams when he is inebriated is not the same Chris. He doesn't, throughout the conversation, there are multiple times where he doesn't understand what the person is trying to convey because he is inebriated. And once again, a little bit of the insecurities, a little bit of the aggression towards other people for their perceived success being them selling themselves out is kind of obnoxious. And it strikes the question, like, the onus is on me. Why didn't I see these characteristics and biases beforehand? And it's in large part because I consider Chris to be a pillar of the community. But a pillar can do more than just support. It can crush people when it comes crumbling down. So in this instance, the pillar is crumbling, but I'm not going to be one of the people it crushes. And hopefully if you see this message, you understand, like, if this isn't something that you're into, don't go into his community expecting to be given any remorse or any free like any acknowledgement when the perceived challenge is being made. There won't be any nuance accepted, and maybe there's a cutoff like after 5 hours. But Chris has to develop better healthier streaming habits so that he can continue to do the second most important thing he says, which is streaming. But right now it seems like streaming is causing him a lot of stress, and in large part that stress is being accumulated from his own actions, as most people are. A broken mirror is still a mirror, so hopefully he gets a good look at this. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. Please don't go harass Chris over this. Him banning me and unfollowing me is not going to hurt my feelings. What will hurt my feelings is him feeling like 100 people are attacking him over this. That's not the goal. That's not the objective. It's just simply to place a mirror up at the person that I had a lot of respect for.